is advised.
Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Geeking Out. I'm yours, surely the Nate Bites there with my boy, Don Frickin' Pride.
Evening, gentlemen and gentlewomen. How are you out there in TV internet land? And forever way you may be listening, watching, or transcribing us. So,
You know what's funny? We gotta give a clap. We gotta give a clap to Hottoys, all right? They pulled some of the most ridiculous trolling I've ever seen from an actual toy company. I mean, like
yeah,
I've seen toy companies reissue freaking figures, Funko Pops galore, just to troll people, just to make sales. But Hot Toys, though, Hot Toys, they heard us. They heard the people, right? They heard the chants about the
oh yeah,
cyborg, but they gave us the freaking cyborg Spider-Man first, right? And then they're like, "Oh, wait a minute! Oh, we were just kidding, y'all. We got ourselves an actual freaking cyborg for y'all, and we
exactly,
heard y'all. We heard y'all."
exactly. I mean, I'll be completely honest. I didn't think this was gonna happen, with all the issues with the actor and contracts and such like that. But I'll be honest. I mean, if I was wrong, and it's one of those things, I'm glad I was wrong because the people who have been waiting for this, they're rewarded for their patience, their resiliency, and their perseverance. They're the reason they made this happen because ultimately Hot Toys listened to everybody and they saw all the memes saying, "Where's Cyborg?" Literally, it was every second comment on every Hot Toys release since 2017. And again, congrats to those who are able to finish their Justice League line or just want this as a one-off. You know, again, congrats to them.
Yeah, congrats. Well, I'm obviously getting it because this is my chance to pick up an actual cyborg, other than the custom jobs that people have been doing. Like, people, third parties been doing a lot of custom jobs just for this figure, and I feel sorry for them too because there's people out there that spent like what $400 $500 on a cyborg custom job, and now since Hot
Yeah.
Toys dropping an official cyborg, I'm like, damn, y'all, I feel sorry for y'all because
Yeah, I have a
ah
feeling this is going to be announced for pre-order during their Sideshow con. If not, the next, again, and I keep coming to this, I think the next logical place potentially this could be, revealed for pre-order would be either at San Diego, the virtual Comic Con, and that's at the end of this month, or the next logical is New York Comic Con in October, which will be live and in person. So there is the potential, again, and a lot of moving parts need to come into play, a lot of things need to be confirmed, but there is a potential for a prototype of this, again, if there are any updates or even if it's the old mold, to come back for a physical live display at New York Comic Con. So,
yeah, I'm feeling
again,
that we are going to get a tease of this in Sideshow Con. It has to be. There has to be a tease with this at least.
yeah. I mean, now I don't know if they're going to go full bore on this, meaning they're going to do multiple runs, as if they would like the 504, 501st Stormtrooper or anything that's, a big ticket number. Um, this might again be one of those situations where they might do a hard cap in Hong Kong, and then there's a certain allotment to Sideshow based on general numbers. Who knows? And I'll be flat out honest. I have no idea about the popularity of Cyborg, given that he's a cyborg in China, specifically mainland China and Hong Kong. Again, because I know they love sci-fi stuff, a lot of anime, Transformers, things like that. But I don't know how they react to this because I know they love Batman. I know they love Superman. So
Yeah, I'm
I
actually
don't know the
honestly,
market.
I was surprised. Honestly, I was surprised that Hot Toys actually committed to this um, because so far the Justice League line has not done well for them. The only ones that have done well is Superman and Batman, of course. Like Superman and Batman sells. They have always sold over there.
Exactly.
And I'm just surprised they actually went with this. And I actually think that they actually had this planned, They actually had planned for Cyborg to be released or previewed for a pre-order this year because of what happened with Snyder Cut. I believe they had this planned. They had this planned from the get go, but people kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And collectors, they wanted a Cyborg, and I feel that they Hot Toys had to play their hand, and just calm down the masses that do want a Cyborg. Now the question is, will people put out for this figure if it ends up being Iron Man money? Because this can
I
very
don't.
well be an Iron Man ish kind of figure. With the way it's designed,
Ugh.
the way the metal slash plastic it's just melded into it.
I'll
I
be
know
honest
there's no
with you.
metal, there's a die cast, but they're probably going to be die cast on it. There has to be some die cast pieces
I'll
into
be
this.
honest with you. When I'm seeing, and for any potential accessories, I'm putting this at 325 to 345.
345.
325 to 345. Yeah.
I see Captain Puerto Rico numbers 350 tops because the thing is the 350 Captain Puerto Rico with just the freaking Red Wing, right? It's 350. I'm here like, why is it so much? That thing should be 300. And I'm thinking like, oh, that's the Marvel money talking. So if anything with Cyborg, they want to capitalize on that Snyder Cut money. They're gonna pretty much put this at on a higher price, kind of like what they did
Yeah.
with Captain Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to charge to justify making this mold and the parts. It's one of
Yeah,
those things. I mean, they're going to make it, but they're going to charge you the money to justify making it.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I
I,
see.
I doubt it'll be diecast. Hey, Rob Swallow, what's up, man?
What's going
Yeah,
on,
I
brother?
doubt I doubt it'll be diecast. Yeah, I feel. I'll be surprised if it's diecast. I'll be
Yeah, I mean, I
surprised.
don't. At that my price, I guess 325 to 345. That's not including any diecast.
Yeah,
I mean, because the head sculpt, the way it is, and they're showing, um, it's a little more complicated than you think it would be because they have to get the seam lines right. They have to integrate it into like the textured layer of like the actual cybernetics and the metal in the face. And that's going to add, more time and more labor into the actual face sculpt. So, and then again with the light up eye. So it's not as simple as, like the Captain America where you swap out the face, the
hmm
bottom parts of the mouth into the helmet. You have ways to cover that gap. But this has to look, I don't know if it's the right term, but it meshes organically, so there's no seam lines.
Now,
So,
another thing I wanted to say also, a quick reminder for everybody, 'cause some people don't know this. Just got an email from Sideshow that people who have registered to Sideshow Con will have first priority armor and Eon Tech Iron Man. Eon. Thank you,
no,
Broken.
no, I'm calling that Rinsler. That's Rinsler Iron Man. The
Rinser
Mark
Iron Man,
50.
the Mark
Yeah.
50.
I'm
Just
not
letting
gonna
y'all
lie.
know.
The paint job. I mean, the paint job looks pimp.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
But the
I like the
problem is
idea.
the paint is only like the highlights and the additional accents and markings. I'm still saying it's gonna the black you see is just gonna be black plastic. It's not gonna be coated. It's not gonna have anything on it. It's gonna be a scratch magnet, just like the previous Iron Man. Um, but that said, even when we talked on the stream, it's coming with the accessories we said it should, like the shield and the bladed weapons. Like literally a couple hours after our stream, it was released and it came with the stuff we said it should. So
Yeah, I honestly, it should be more. I think it should have been. It should have came with a bit more of the damn accessory pack, man. Because for
I mean,
it's gonna be pushing 400, 400, and then at
425.
425. I feel that's gonna be. It's Mark 50, and they're gonna have to capitalize on that particular Iron Man mark. So
Yeah, well, they're gonna justify the price increase because they're including some of the accessories from the accessory pack in a recolor. Like the shield is almost completely transparent, so that's gonna be an increase in plastic costs because the shield itself is almost one piece now, full, clear, transparent, as opposed to, different pieces of molded colored plastic with the rises in, plastic and all sorts of the materials. You're going to see an increase in that price.
All I know is I am not going to get it for full price. I'll wait till it hits discount, like its predecessors, which it will. And even if it sells out on me, it's not a figure I really need. It's not. I'm okay with the Mark Six Neon Tech. I'm okay with the War Machine Neon Tech.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
if I'm able to get it for this kind of price, and looking at the history of the Neon Techs, it will be heavily discounted because no one wants to buy it over here.
yeah, I'll be completely honest. If that thing goes on discount, or if I can get that thing on Amazon for like 260, 270, I will absolutely jump on that for that price. Basically to get it at, a plastic Iron Man cost, absolutely. But I'm figuring that's going to be a year to 18 months after it's released. So that's a long time down the road. So,
Long time.
exactly.
Now let me see. I have the time because hell, man, the last two Neon Techs, they're still up on Sideshow. One is at almost sold out and still there. I believe like that thing has hit blue screen more than the freaking
More
Captain
than IG-11
America's.
at this point,
More
honestly.
than IG-11 at this point. Yeah. Now Lane Kramer, he was asking, don't you see this being more like a K2SO IG-11 or maybe even possible a Dark Trooper? It might have some diecast mixed with some joints, but mostly plastic on Cyborg. Yeah, I could see them adding those.
Like the
Um,
joint parts,
yeah,
possibly, yeah.
diecast joints.
Yeah,
But I was hearing rumors that this is going to be a heavily priced piece. So
possibly. I mean, again,
I've been
possibly
hearing
this,
rumors this is going to be a heavily priced piece, man.
what, like 480, 490?
Not like that, but it'll hit about the 400s from what I've been hearing.
So, like
So
diecast Iron Man. So maybe at that price point, it does have some diecast in it. Who knows?
honestly, we could be wrong. Honestly, this could be 350, 330. Which is still a little high, but it will with the taxing and shipping, it might hit that freaking 400 mark, right? But
Yeah.
still, I'm like, it's gonna be pricey. It's gonna be a pricey boy because here's the thing, collectors have been asking for this figure since the damn get go with Justice League line. And now this is actually one to hear your thoughts on this, Don. Um, I know Hot Toys, they don't like completing certain lines because of the hype is not there anymore, or the R&D and the work to get into it is not worth the price of selling it. They don't want to make their money
Yeah.
back. They're a business, and I I feel that with Cyborg here, they are trying to with Hot Toys. Sometimes they're late. They're late to the
I'll,
game
I'll be
when it
I'll be
comes when it
honest with
comes
you.
to actually profiting through hype. They're late to the
Okay.
game, but sometimes anyway.
Well, I'll be completely honest with you. When I saw this, the first thing I thought of was the Flash movie. Now, again, there have been rumors ranging from he's in it all the way to Cyborg's in it, but he's been recast. So I give a potential credibility that he might actually be in the Flash movie. And again, if Keaton Batman in the 3.0 suit is going to be in it, and there's any potential there's going to be a scene where both Cyborg and Keaton 3.0 are going to be in a scene with Flash, then it's like, for Hot Toys business perspective, that's every reason to go for it then. Again, because again, if it's going to be an accessory piece potentially to a Keaton 3.0 suit along with a new Flash suit, again, business wise, it makes every sense in the world to do it. And again, I'm just, this is just, swag, scientific, wild ass guess, just based on a marketing perspective. Because again, if he's going to be in the Flash movie, and he's announced and the date for release is well after the movie comes out, and you can order it afterwards. Business wise, I see every sense. It makes perfect sense for them to do it.
No, I feel you. I feel you that they probably have some. They probably have some. Some word about what's happening in the next Flash movie, and it's quite possible that this Cyborg might be part of that film. But I also feel that uh, like Lane Kramer was saying, if Hot Toys trying to capitalize on Snyder Cut Justice League, they is way late on that.
Well,
They
here's
are
the
way late on that. Yeah, I
well,
understand they're way
potentially
late on that.
yes, potentially yes. But here's the thing: HBO is no longer owned by AT&T, and again, there are rumors that the new owners they're actually investigating potentially keeping the Snyder Cut going, potentially giving Ben Affleck his solo Batman movie and a follow-on series. Again, these are all rumors, from actual like Variety or any movie sites. Um, Again, there's enough interest that it's actually being looked at potentially by the new owners of AT&T to continue this line of the DCU. And again, you got to remember at DCU, as far as I know, they're much more involved, at least in the comics, in the multiverse, multi-worlds than Marvel is. And again, if I'm wrong with that, or if I'm wrong in my interpretation of that, please let me know. But it would make more sense for DC, and at least in the movie side, to have multiple variations or multiple cinematic universes, because in the comic books they've had multiple universes going at the same time parallel to each other, where necessarily Marvel hasn't. So, who knows?
And another thing is, but Hot Toys has done this before, where they are late to the game. Because I think there are more folks in their market versus our
Oh, like
market.
Krennic? Yeah, like Krennic.
Yeah,
That was way late.
Krennic, they were late with Krennic. Like they, announcing it. Like the hype for Rogue One died down when they
Oh, and
finally,
the squad leader, the Rogue One Shore Trooper squad leader.
yeah. And then who else? Who else? Who else? Even Mandalorian. They're late in the game of Mandalorian as well, and that's one of their most hype sold out pieces. And then like in general, Mandalorian. And then let's see what else. Freaking Deadpool 2 with Cable. That freaking film died out years ago, and they brought that up. Like Hot Toys has done this before, where they coming in late in the game with their hype to bring out certain figures just to complete the line, or there's a line of figures they were looking to get, they wanted to put out there.
Yeah. It's one of those things. Like I said before, if you finally have the chance to finish your Justice League, but again, them committing to this kind of signifies they probably know something, and we might actually see him again.
Because here's the thing, though, like um, they came out with the Venom figure, which was already that movie already died out too, for that hype as well. So they released that Venom figure, but released the pre order about a year ago, right? It was about a year ago, I think.
I think so, or
It was
something like that.
it
Yeah.
was about a year ago, or around this the fall or summer, right? It was around that time, and look what's happening. We've got the Venom 2 coming out, during the fall. So that will line up perfectly for people to pick up that Venom figure just because of Venom 2. So in a way, Cyborg could be part of that same trend where they release this and it's prepping for the Keaton film. You know what I mean? Or Fast 2. Because Cyborg might be popping up in there. And then this will, generate sales because of Cyborg. Cyborg being in
Exactly.
Flash 2.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. Again, we're just making somewhat educated guesses on possible outcomes based on previous indications and previous events that have happened related to Hot Toys releases. Again, we're just looking at what has happened and making hypothetical guesses based on all relevant information. And if we're right, we'll take all credit. If we're not, we'll just go back and be like, yeah, we never said anything. Wink, wink. It's foolproof. We're covered all the way.
Let's see. Blackbird Tech is saying Denobi 2 mentioned that Cyborg is a release is Cyborg release is a fan service. What do you think? Is it a fan service? Um,
Yes and no. Honestly, yes and no. Um, they
Go
probably
ahead.
have
Go ahead.
gathered. Okay, yeah, they probably gathered. They have enough interest to justify building this, but at the same time, it's like I said. Like we're going back to our previous conversation. Hot Toys also wants to have justification. Based over their research numbers that this will sell. And again, if he's in another movie, even a cameo or whatever in the Flashpoint movie, that will further point sales down a positive road. So yes, yeah, it's definitely fan service, but it's fan service that potentially is going to be backed up financially by a future appearance. That's my take on it.
I feel that it fell into the fan service just in time, or a little late to the game, but still, it fell in the fan service category. But honestly, I don't think Hot Toys is actually hearing us, as they said in the post. I think they just it's good. It's good. It's good. What's the word I'm looking for? Marketing, I guess. I think it's good marketing. What's
Yeah,
the word I'm
yeah,
looking for? It's not marketing. It's a good PR to give the
yeah.
folks
In the
the
sense,
idea, the illusion that
exactly,
we've
they
heard
hear.
you.
Yeah, they hear the fans in the sense that by hearing you, they've done their market research, they've done their analyses, they've done their market projections. They think at a minimum they're not going to lose money on this project. So when they say we hear you, they're like, okay, we're not going to lose money on this project. That's basically what they're saying to you. And so by not losing money on this project, they're going to go ahead with it. And so,
because here's the
yeah,
thing
from
though,
a P,
like go ahead, my bad.
I was just saying, from a PR standpoint, this wins a lot of good positive points for Hot Toys. Again, that anything is possible. So,
Yeah, and then be careful when they Hot Toys listen. Oh no, we're not that big. Get out of here with this. Anyway, but yeah, I know it's a joke. Hot Toys apparently is listening, right? Well, I feel that Hot Toys will do what they want to do, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay if they come out with certain figures. I will be hurt if they don't release a Bespin Han anytime soon. I feel Bespin Han is actually in the works. The only problem is they probably won't do a lot of PR work for that. They're probably going to do the same thing they did with Bespin Lando, but he just put it out there for pre-order. There was no freaking clue. Nobody freaking hinted this that the Lando was coming out for pre-order. Nobody.
yeah, yeah. Well, and here's the
Nobody.
thing.
There was
Well,
like no
like,
freaking word or messages out there, rumors from what I remember, or someone claiming that Lando was coming out. I don't remember any of that of the time. And
yeah, yeah.
look what we got, a pre-order of Lando. I feel that Bespin Han is going to be the same freaking way.
And the weird thing is, any potential figures that were going to come out with Indiana Jones 5, because those are going to come out, they've now been delayed probably at least 5 to 6 months at minimum because the movie has been delayed because once again Harrison Ford got injured on set. And so they're talking anywhere from a 2 to 5 month filming delay for Indiana Jones 5. Because if he needs surgery, he's going to need recovery time. And the guy is pushing his age. He's not a spring chicken. So, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. If they want to do something with Harrison Ford, at this point, it makes much more sense to do Bespin Han than any Harrison Ford from Indiana Jones. Because, again, Indiana Jones now is delayed. And it's pushed back their whole timetable or anything they were going to announce release for that figure. Because they're already working on an Indiana Jones figure for that.
Now, here's another thing I wanted to say. And see, it was a comment here. Okay, Blackbird. Speaking of Lando, I'm curious as to the number of POs there are on him. Gotta be low. I believe so, and the number of pre-orders because the thing is, not only the pre-orders are low over at Sideshow, because Lando's been low for a while, like damn low, and honestly, Sideshow, bestsellers don't really correlate well with what's going on over there at HK because most of their pre-orders are over there anyway, right? Or outsourced. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that Lando won't be a high pre-order over there in HK. So if you are looking to pick up another Lando, that will be a piece to keep for trades or resell later because it will sell out kind of like what happened with Krennic. There won't be a lot of pre-orders for it.
Yeah, like I'll be honest, I have a Lando on pre-order. It's just not with Sideshow, so it's one of those things that might be a little misleading. Is that when you see those pre-order numbers, they're all just for what's at Sideshow. Yeah, they can generally gauge, the how the market is for pre-sales, but again, there are other places like Big Bad Toy Store. They usually sell out of anything Star Wars, Hottoys within a couple of weeks, if not a couple of days of any announcement going up. And so those numbers aren't necessarily on their site, and you can't gauge through Big Bad Toy Store what their pre-order numbers are either. So I mean, I would venture a educated guess that out of all the retailers that Sideshow distributes to, Big Bad Toy Store might be the biggest retailer they send figures to. And again, those numbers aren't calculated into their overall pre-order numbers when you do your searches. So who knows?
Here's another thing. I know collectors they want to believe that it was our word that got the cyborg out. I feel there's more of a marketing that Hot Toys was looking at, but also hearing the calls for a cyborg, and then another thing is there was other figures that came out way before before Cyborg that were put out, and people were like, "Yes, we finally got these figures." You know what I mean? We finally got these pre-orders in. With the Rogue One figures that came out late. You know, I feel that Hot Toys is they have these figures in line to get released, and they're looking at the market, looking at when they want to release them, and also they're following the hype and also future hypes. Because I feel that this Cyborg, it's just so late with the freaking at that point when Snyder Cut came out. I feel they were trying to figure out if they were going to jump on this cyborg hype. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It almost feels like they're 6 months too late on this.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost feels like they have this ready to go, and that somebody was telling Howard, don't do this, because again, if you've read the interview, this almost seems like something that Howard, if he had the ability to greenlight it himself, without any business models he had to follow, projections, or again just running as a business model, he would release this again because he loves Star Wars, and this almost, from that aesthetic feel, almost has that Star Wars feel. But again, it almost feels like business constraints, marketing, licensing issues, and then again, we have to go back to it. The contract situation with the actor in the studio most definitely played a part in why this wasn't released sooner. And we're not going to delve into this, that, or the other, because obviously if this is getting released, some sort of resolution or new agreement was made. So...
Yeah, here's another thing, Lane Kramer. It could be, too, that a Nightmare Band Superman Black suit has been doing PO-wise very well through HK and other markets. They decided to take... Yeah, that's another thing, too. Like,
exactly.
That's possibly another reason why they actually, waited for Cyborg. I'm not saying they waited, to... I'm not saying they pushed this figure out of the goodness of our collectors' hearts. But I
Yeah.
think they did it for more that they wanted to see the market and they wanted to put this out. And I feel that's kind of like the same thing we're experiencing with the Empire line. They look what was selling pretty well with the Empire line. Darth Vader's and Boba Fett's. They kept reissuing these figures, and look at the other figures that were part of the Empire line. They were just sitting out, waiting to be, sold out in other places. So, and I feel that that's what they're doing with the Empire line. Unfortunately, I honestly would love it if Hot Toys can freaking complete the Empire line. But at this point, I'm okay with what you give us. And if you find it in your hearts to release complete the Bespin line, but complete the freaking Empire line, that'd be freaking great. But I have other figures to work on, other Marvel figures or other companies to work on, and then I'll come back to you. Pre-ordering those other figures. I'm a patient. I'm a patient man. I'm a patient collector. So I also feel that there is that drive where collectors are coming at Hot Toys or putting out their word because they did show out in good force to replace the head sculpts for the Mark 85, right? They wanted to get that right because that was their golden child, and so they are listening. They are listening because if it affects their bottom dollar, damn well they're gonna fix the damn freaking figure. They're affecting their golden child, okay? They're affecting their golden boy, and not only the internet cried out in terror, but those in the HK possibly as well cried out. Millions of voices cried out in terror, okay, because of that head sculpt, Tony Stank, to the point where they
Yeah.
had to get they freaking actually probably because of that freaking messed up head sculpt, they probably delayed other figures that needed work, and that's why we've seen all these freaking delays. I feel the Mark 85 gate caused all the damn delays that we're getting because of that damn Mark 85 issue.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, and here's the thing, and I'll be honest with you. I honestly think we're going to get a whole new line from Hot Toys based specifically on the What If series. Basically, it's going to be real life versions of the cartoon, basically like what they're doing with the clones, with the Rex head sculpts. Um, and I'll just say this: I think we're going to possibly get another Tony Stark, but this will be like the business suit one while he was riding in his the Humvee. Because again, at this point, it's not spoilers because it's in the latest and last What If trailer. Because Killmonger actually saves Tony Stark in Afghanistan. He just either he disarms the bomb or he does something where when it detonates it doesn't impact Stark. So it's one of those things we're gonna see Tony Stark in What If where he doesn't learn the consequences of his action and he actually teams up with Killmonger. So
all those figures, Dave, you're not a patient collector if you're only in your second year. Hey. I got an addiction, man.
Hey, you got any more of that? You got any more of that plastic crack?
Come on, man. That's if the United States keeps sending me stimmy checks, they're going straight to Hot Toys. I'm sorry. But seriously, America, send me another Steamy check, please. Wink,
Yeah.
wink. I'll send it over to China real quick.
Armor and ammo.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing people have been using the Steamy checks on our armor and ammo.
I mean, you see the prices on that crap, I'll just say that, yeah.
Also, don't do what I say. Don't do what I do. What was the phrase? Don't spend.
Do
your
what I say, not what I do.
Exactly. Do not do
unless it's Todd.
Stimmies.
Unless it's Todd, he says to do everything the exact opposite.
Exactly. Todd did say do everything the exact opposite of us. So whenever we say not to do it, I guess.
Oh, also, I just want to jump in. Lane Kramer, he actually ended up winning the model kit, right? The Port Nova Space Nova, right?
Yes.
All right. Hey, Lane, brother. Just remember to contact either me or Nate so we can get that shipped out to you. Okay, brother.
Oh wow, I thought he probably messaged you about that already. Shoot.
I mean, if he did, I didn't see it. But my Facebook has been acting funky the last few days. It's just, I don't know.
Is that why Captain 12 Endgame got delayed and the head sculpt needed improvement? I possibly so, possibly so. I feel that freaking Tony Stank Gate caused all the
Oh!
delays.
Speaking of the Captain America, did you see there are actually variations coming between different batches of the Endgame Captain America, like different versions of the neck piece and the actual length. Like some of the later batches, actually, the uniform looked like the D23 cap.
Yeah, I wonder what happened with that.
Yeah, so you
I,
know what I'm talking about, right? You seen
yeah,
those?
I've seen it. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out
Okay.
what happened with that.
Yeah, I mean, were those uniforms they pre-made and they were just sitting around and they were fulfilling, a batch order, or did they literally change the design mid-batch? I have no idea because again, there are literal pictures, comparing the two versions, and there is a definite change in the suit. And this isn't something that was ordered a year, 2 years ago at the D
Is
twenty
it is
three.
it bad though? Is it
No,
bad though?
I don't know if it's bad. It definitely changes, the perspectives of the suit because of how high the collar is, and compared to the dimensions of the body and the neck. I'll be honest. I got a batch one cap. I bought it in January, February from Toys Wonderland. You know, and there's a definite difference. From some of the later batches that are coming out now than the first batch. I'll just say that.
Hmm. That is quite interesting. I've heard about the issue. I don't know what's up with Hot Toys these days with certain figures getting different batches. I honestly I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I feel that the I feel like the batches that were sold at D23 were the prototypes that were made for Captain America, or they knew the mistakes they've made and they repurposed them as a exclusive D23, and then they've redone everything. And maybe some of those batches got mixed in with the D23 stuff, and then they start sending them out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the D23 cap has the higher neck on it, and there's different variations in how the body looks. Um, it's one of those things. Just like Google Disney 23 Hot Toys Captain America, and then the normal one, or from the latest promo photos, and you'll see differences in the height of the neck collar, and how like the shoulder pads and just the general chest area lay on the body. Again, because of how they initially designed the neck piece and the shoulder area. Because it almost seems like they also were preparing to use a different body.
Oh, also, guys, we have hit 66 viewers, so execute order 66 on the likes, please. And also, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe
Yes, like and subscribe. Do
and
it.
do it, do it. But I know people were asking for this. So let's look at it. Let's okay, not this. Wrong photo, wrong photo. I'm sorry, not the one I was looking for. Where does this? Why did I got there? Okay, I'm trying to find the photo where I had. Let me see. Hopefully, hopefully I picked the right one this time. Damn it. Okay, so it's the first. It has to be the first one then. It has to be the first one. It has to be the first one. It has to be the first. It has to be. It has to be the first one. I'm telling you. I'm gonna get this right. I'm gonna get this right. Damn it. I'm gonna get rid of this first. I'm gonna get.
Operator error.
Okay, I got rid of the cyborg. I got rid of the cyborg. Okay, we're getting this right. There you go. Booyah. All right. People were asking to talk about the Queen Studio 1/3 scale Catwoman. She is gorgeous.
Yeah. That some of the shots they've had, it literally looked like it was promo photos from the set, from The Dark Knight Rises. The way they had, again, it's all lighting, perspective. Probably they had some, Photoshop filters added in, but it literally looked like a real human from with promo sets of photos from the actual movie. So, um, it's impressive.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I feel that Hot Toys might capitalize on getting us some reissued figures. With the Dark Knights, Dark Knight Rises, because we already came out with the Batman reissues, for pre-orders. I feel that I think Hot Toys is looking at other companies and they're seeing the hype with other figures that are being, going back to different lines. I feel that we might see a Catwoman, maybe, a Bane. I know the Heath Ledger Joker is coming. The 3.0 is coming. At some point, it is coming. But as far as like Catwoman and Bane, it's quite possible.
Honestly, if they're gonna do Joker, when they do Joker 3.0, it might be next year for the 15th anniversary.
I don't know about the price. I don't know how much. How much is she going for?
Oh, this thing was like, what was it like 18, 2 grand? This,
2 grand.
something like that, I
You
think.
know how many
Yeah,
Hot Toys I could buy with 2 grand? Get out of
yeah.
here.
I mean, it's not cheap, folks. This thing is not cheap for a 1/3 statue. Yeah, it was not cheap. I think I might be underselling it. I mean, I could potentially be up to 2,400. Hold on.
2 grand for this. Get out of here with this, man. God, it looks great though. Not gonna lie, it does look great. I do love the head sculpt, like the not the head sculpt, but the entire body. It looks freaking beautiful.
I can tell you this. I'm looking at it. The 1/3 statue of her without the bat pod is 2,500. I'm on Big Bad Toy Store right now. The Dark Knight Rises Hyper Real Selena Kyle Catwoman 1/3 scale limited edition statue, and this is her just as the figure, is $2,500.
Really, that
Yep.
much?
Yep. And she's on the bat pod on this. So
Oh,
again,
oh wait, you're talking about President Loki? Are you guys talking about President Loki, the Trickster God SL Customs? Yeah. It looks great, but after watching the first episode, watching episode 5 of damn Loki, of course, it's freaking Loki. Sorry, I have a brain fart. I might not get that figure. I might not even get the President Loki if they release it. It looks great though. Like, let's say they do release the President Loki. I might not get President Loki at this point because it didn't do much for me in episode 5. Now, the only possible reason why is because of the head sculpt. I'll probably I'll probably spend the money to get the head sculpt. Not gonna lie, I love that head sculpt though. If they do the head sculpt right on President Loki, I might pick it up if Hot Toys decides to put it out. But the SL Custom, it looks great though. Like, if you're interested in that certain figure, like go for it. I like it. I'm not gonna pick it up, but I do like the SL Custom 1/6 scale Joker. I do like it. I think the Trickster Go slash President Loki. But if Hot Toys decides to drop us President Loki, I'm gonna go with President Loki.
yeah. I don't think we're gonna see a Hot Toys President Loki. To be completely honest, there's no. I don't think there's justification for his limited time, in the fact that Loki Gator took his hand off.
Yeah,
The thing is though, I
yeah,
want
go
a
ahead.
Loki Gator. I want a Loki Gator.
I see more of classic Loki coming out before President Loki for Hot Toys. Like, if Hot Toys wanted to drop 1/3 figure, I hear the Loki show only was going to get only 2 figures. That might change, but I would love a classic Loki. I would love a classic Loki with the 1/6 scale Loki Gator as one of his accessories, kind of like a Grogu.
Exactly. yeah, I would definitely love to see that. Um, yeah, like in Throg. I think we're gonna get Throg with variant Loki at a minimum.
Oh
in his
wow!
drawer.
Whoa, 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 whoa! What's going on? Whoa, whoa! Computer, chill, Daddy,
No,
chill,
no, 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 no. It's okay. It's okay. Though.
Daddy, chill.
Hey, hey, we saw more. There was much, much more in Black Widow.
Mm-hmm. Wow, look at this. Oh, speaking of, we are going to talk
Yeah,
about
I'll just
some
say this: Black
spoilers.
Widow. Yeah, butt shots galore, and it was directed by a female.
So we are going to talk about President Loki. We are going to talk about it's President Loki. Who? And no, we're going to talk about Black Widow spoilers towards the end of the stream because it's going to segue into the whole um the figures and my thoughts about getting the figures. But we won't talk about that till the end of the stream. So people that have not watched Black Widow can leave the end of the stream, and then you're fine. You're safe from spoilers. But yes, now I see why this thing is $2,500.
Yeah,
Look at
she got
that!
that. Yeah.
Look at that! Wow! Wow!
Back
Just
that thing up.
wow, Daddy, chill. God, God, I'm actually talking about the detail on the thrusters here. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
damn, wow. This I know I know why. Now I know why this is $2,500, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow,
yeah. She needs a separate license for a booty.
wow. That's Can I get demonetized for having this picture for too long? I'm scared.
It's a statue. It's a piece of art. It's like it's like Leonardo da Vinci's um, artwork, his drawings, or like the statue of David. It's artwork. You know, you can't be prude in this day and age.
Wow. No, like seriously, I'm wowed by this. Like, I can see why this $2,500. Like, wow. Like, how many hot toys do I have to sacrifice just for this piece? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. This is like two Hulkbusters right now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, you do what you want with your own money. No one's gonna judge you,
Yeah, I
at least
remember.
in public.
You know, it was funny. I remember last year. I was in PJ stream with Easy. You know, when they were together at one point,
Yeah.
and we were talking about that statue of Gal Gadot, like that life size statue, half bust life size statue,
Yeah.
and freaking hell, that looked like Gal Gadot. And then we were talking about how, yeah, I picked that up, and then give it a kiss or two, before going to bed. And I'm like, y'all are out of your damn minds. But go on.
Yeah, yeah. Now the thing is, most people don't realize if you like Gal Gadot, she's actually former military. You know, so yeah, it's. I'll just say this. She's got the look, she got the smarts, and she probably kicked most of our asses because of her training. So
Yeah, I heard that she was getting some backlash about
yeah,
on Twitter. I'm here like, so supporting your country, you're getting backlash.
yeah. This is one of those areas.
Whatever.
Well,
So
yeah, yeah. Like YouTube will say no go. We'll just say she was called out for defending her own country, what she believes in, and typical Hollywood crap. So,
like what you
but
thought was
yeah,
gonna happen. What you thought was gonna happen. It's her country. She was gonna support it. Like,
yeah, exactly. So good. I support her, and I think she's badass. You know, and here's the thing. I'll just say this: if Han's coming back to Fast and Furious, is there any way she's gonna come back, even at Cantina Row? If they can find a way to bring Han back, can they find a way to bring her back?
they're gonna find a way. Like, if they brought Han back, they're gonna bring back Aldo. Come on, it's the final F10. And I was actually disappointed with F9 because they missed out on some opportunities where they could have been better than Dom's brother being revealed. But other than that, I won't get into it. If you got, I won't get into spoilers about it. But I'll talk about it maybe next week. But anyway,
Yeah, I'll just say
uh,
this. I just want to see how the
family never
justification
dies.
this. They go to freaking space. Literally, it's Fast and Furious in space at this point. So, I mean, based on what the trailers are, they're literally in deep dive suits, hooked up to oxygen. You know, getting shoulder launched like a, you know, like, just, it's ridiculous. They're getting basically launched into space like a missile from a C-130. So,
Okay, so I have to go back to this shot right here. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, okay.
Anyway, so back to what we were saying. All right, so okay, so I know pretty much we wanted to talk about ToyFair exclusives, what I've been hearing, stuff like that. But the one thing I do really want to talk about, I feel that, like, just to end the whole Cyborg debacle, I feel that Hot Toys, they're looking at the market, they're looking at how things are going to progress now with certain characters, and then they're going to release it, as they fit. They will release their figures when they want to release them. You know, and I feel that there's other figures out there that they knew need to release, and there probably is in the works to be released, but they're gonna release them and release the pre-orders on their time, on their say so. I don't think people are gonna just continue on saying, "Oh, hey this, hey that, we want Shazam, we want Shazam, we want Shazam. Oh, hey, we got Shazam." You know, I feel that they're gonna release the Shazam pre-order. And it's probably going to be Shazam 2 versus Shazam 1. I doubt they're going to release a Shazam
Oh,
1. They're going to release a Shazam 2 pre-order for the new Shazam movie
I'll
coming
be
out.
honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Again, this is just my potential guess. We might not even see a Shazam figure from Shazam 2. Again, it might take until the actual Black Adam movie with The Rock. If Shazam's in that, we might have to wait until it's The Rock and Shazam. You know, it might take that long as well. Who knows? Because again, how how much market value does a Shazam figure actually have besides the vocal, fans that are calling for it? And again, I'm talking about in the overall context of actual market numbers and fans who would potentially buy it.
Yeah.
But against the vocals on Facebook and social media.
I'll be
Nothing against them.
surprised. I'll be surprised if we get to the actual Shazam 1 figure, Shazam 1 look for Black Adam, and then it evolves into Shazam 2 look, for the next film.
I'm just reading some of these comments. They're fabulous.
Hot Toys isn't going to release Cyborg in a massive amount, like Nobi 2 said. This is a thank you figure. Hot Toys is going to break even with. Yeah. That's what I've been saying for a long time. All right, I've been saying this for a long time. If Hot Toys wants to make the best of it, they will back that up. Back that up. They will release the pre-orders of Cyborg, right? As a Toy Fair exclusive or Toy Fair run.
Yeah,
So
I
they
mean,
so they so they can put a cap,
yeah.
right? They could put a cap on how many figures they're gonna make,
Oh,
with the
exactly.
amount of
Yeah,
pre-orders.
exactly. There's not going to be a thick amount of orders that are going to be put up for pre-order. I mean, I'm sorry. There's not going to be probably a large amount of numbers or even that many batches. So again, if you want to get your Cyborg, you better jump on the pre-order as best as you can. And normally we would tell you, hey, day one pre-orders, they might not be the best thing. But again, if Cyborg is going to be limited in numbers and you want him to complete your line, Justice League line, you might want to consider to actually just to potentially secure your position, get him day one. Again, that advice may change. We might find out information prior to our next stream or anything before it even goes on pre-order about certain numbers or what's going to potentially be made. Or we may not. we're
Oh
gonna be
damn!
honest with you. Yeah.
Oh, for those of you who are joining in, thank you for joining, and hit that like. We definitely appreciate y'all. This is the Catwoman we were talking about earlier. If you guys were wondering about this beautiful scenery we got here, so. But anyway, let's get back into conversation. Where is my armor? Okay. For those of you who are wondering about the armor won't be popping out or popping up for pre-order just yet until Sideshow comes because there was actually a picture I wanted to share before I found this majesticness. You know what I'm saying? Um, so hey guys, don't worry, don't worry.
That ample
Don't
supple supplement of, oh god, I can't even finish the joke.
Yeah, yeah,
Never
yeah,
mind.
you're in trance. I got you. Uh, don't worry, everybody. Don't you worry. This Catwoman is gonna come back. Okay, she's gonna come back. Don't you worry. Hold on. We just gotta spread the word about. Okay, not this picture. Okay,
Phrasing, spread the word, phrasing.
my bad. Not that picture. My bad. I meant the armor. I meant the armor. Hopefully, this is the picture. Damn it! I really don't want to. I really don't want to. I really do not want to exit out the picture because I don't want to go back and try to find it again. There you go. Cool. Okay. So guys, in our 6 scale survival guide group, Raymond, he did post this picture of the sideshow. If you want to enter for the pretty much pre-order release notification for the armor. The armor in the hit Disney Plus series, The Mandalorian, the mysterious and dynamic armor plays a vital role in keeping the culture of Mandalore alive by forging Beskar armor in the ancient tradition of her people. This newly revealed collectible figure features a finely crafted blah 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 blah. You get to see the armor up close during the con, the Sideshow Con that's happening this month, and you'll get the prior access for pre-orders if you register now at side.show/con. So the pre-orders won't be up until SideshowCon because they are going to unveil this figure at SideshowCon, and then they're gonna. This is so they're setting up for this figure. Like I think the reason why they're taking their time with this figure's pre-order release, especially from HK to here, is because Hot Toys they know the market that in America, Star Wars is freaking bonkers. Okay, Star Wars is freaking money pit down here. So they want to, do a very nice presentation of this figure to help with the pre-orders, help those sales. And I feel that that's what's going to happen. They're going to wait till SideshowCon, unveil the figure, and then hit up with the pre-orders. Kind of like what they do with E3, where they unveil the new system, unveil a new game, and then the pre-orders start ramping up at GameStop or Best Buy.
And then the bots take everything they can.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. The bots, yes.
Yeah, I think this is one of those things that they're gonna put up, and again, like I've said before, they might actually have a cap on what they're actually gonna put up for pre-order. Because it's ToyFair exclusive, it's gonna require an exclusive mold for the chest armor. It's gonna require an exclusive mold for the helmet. And they're gonna need to justify their pricing, but at the same time, they might view this as a niche figure. It's an accessory figure. Now, some people are going to get it, some aren't. So, again, they going to have to justify the production cost versus what it costs to make a figure versus what they anticipate the pre-order numbers will actually be. And it being a ToyFair exclusive means right off the bat they're not going to make as many in a batch, or they're not going to make as many batches overall. So...
Yeah, I feel the armor is gonna be kind of like in the same vein or in the same level as far as like pre-orders concerned, and also batches like Cyborg. I don't feel a lot of people are gonna jump on the Cyborg. I feel that the Cyborg train was all just this collector, get banding together as one entity to get the Cyborg out. Because if the Cyborg can come out, then other figures can come out with as with all the memes and posting. We could get another figure that we've been looking to get, like Shazam or Best Friend Han or Padme. I feel that as a community, people came together just to get that line completed, and that's what I'm saying is I don't think a lot of people are going to pre-order the Cyborg, so you guys want to keep a day one pre-order on that. Like, I don't see that happening, especially if the prices are what I think is going to be. From the sources and people posting about the prices, I feel that it's going to be outrageous. I feel that Hot Toys just wants to make because of they're putting out this figure and they're not going to make enough profit for it to at least have the numbers up already down and pretty much right at pre-order. Hey, this is how much we're sending this up. You guys wanted this? There you go.
Exactly. I mean, I feel like this is one of the things if you want it, you're gonna have to pay for it, just like Cyborg.
Yeah. Yeah, the armor is definitely gonna be a pre-order day one pre-order for me because I don't play. There's certain figures I don't play with ToyFair exclusives, and this is one of them. And I don't know, maybe the armor probably won't sell out. I'll be surprised it doesn't before it hits actual retail or in stock. But there has been some figures that sold out before for ToyFair, like the Scarlet Spider. It sold out during within hours of setting up pre-orders.
Yeah. Again, who knows? Um, it all depends on what they're gonna put up for pre-orders. It depends on what the actual pre-order market was in Hong Kong, if that's open or still closed. I mean, if that's still open or closed. We don't know yet. We don't have that information relevant available to us. So
Now they have FYI Sideshow is preview. Okay, so Jeddah is in. Hey Jeddah, what's up, man? Sideshow is previously not allowed to use of reward points on con exclusives. Um, so I'm saying I have not tested that out quite yet, but I have tested out the actual coupon
yeah,
codes. You can
we
actually
did
use the
that last
coupon
time.
codes. Yeah, I tested out the coupon codes. You can use it on Toy Fair exclusives. I'm not sure if you can use reward points. Maybe you can. Maybe you can. I haven't tested that out yet, but I know that you can use the actual reward codes because I've used it on the Cyborg Spider-Man.
Yeah, we did it on the stream where it actually you went online to Sideshow. You put it in your cart. You added the coupon and it worked. So because again, in the past, coupons don't usually work with exclusives, but for some reason, coupons are working with Cyborg Spider-Man. So who knows? Tomorrow it could be rectified. We don't know, and just take that advice and information on your own accord and make your own choice.
Now I will say this though. I will say this. I have they're nice. They changed it. Yeah. Yeah. You can actually use the actual codes now for the Sideshow exclusives slash Toy Fair exclusives. I tested it out on the like I said on the Spider-Man Cyborg Spider-Man. Um, but anyway, no, I was about to say something. So the only time I remember that Sideshow had sold exclusive con figures that were Toy Fair exclusives, that I remember correctly, was the Darth Side Anakin. But because the Darth Side
No, and
Anakin did
more, and more.
and more. But
I got
one of them
one.
was the Darth Side Anakin, and the Darth Side
Yep.
Anakin did so horrible at the cons, they had to bring those batches back and sell them at the site, and people were able to purchase them at the site. So you didn't have to go to the con to pick it up. Before you had to buy it at the site and then go to the con to pick it up. But because they did so horrible in sales at the con, they had to bring the batches they've had and sell them, and then send them and ship them out from their warehouses.
But the original Neon Tech Iron Man, that was a listed figure you buy on Sideshow, you pick up at the con. And I think they sold out of almost every single one of them at the con.
Which one was it?
The Tron Neon Tech Iron Man.
The
The blue
Tron,
one.
the blue one. Wow, that one sold out.
That was literally a
Wow.
buy online and pick up at the con. They did not have any, or they did not have enough quantities to add it online. You know.
Wow, that's wild. Wow.
I think that was
Wow.
2018, 20 was that I think that was 2018. Cuz I know for a fact they didn't have any 2019 buy and pick up figures at Sideshow. Their booth in their area. So,
Wow. Hey, JB Collectors, what's up? I'm late. What did I miss? So, are they having this for sale at Sideshow? They won't have the armor yet on Sideshow's site until Sideshow Con. Because they want to unveil the figure, flashy lights, whatever, posing, whatever they want to do. And then they're going to, put it out on pre order either that day or that week.
yeah, and apparently you have to register for their con to be able to even be able to pre-order it for the first week or the week of their con. So you literally have to sign up. Now they're giving you free rewards points for signing up. So right off the bat, you're gonna get $5 just for signing up and being given the opportunity to early pre-order it. Because if you don't sign up, I don't think you have the ability to pre-order it until after the con. And I think their Sideshow Con is a week. So just to hedge your bets, sign up for it, get $5 free in rewards points, and be on the list to be eligible to actually pre-order it as soon as it's available for general pre-order release.
Okay, and everybody that was wondering about this picture, this is the Queen Studios 1/3 scale, I believe on the is it one? No, this is not 1/3. It's 1/6 scale. There's a
No,
1/6 scale.
there's a 1/3 too.
There's a 1/3 and a 1/6.
Yeah, just like the 1/3 of her standing is $2,500.
Dude, wow. So everybody wondering, this is the Catwoman from Queen Studio, and then I'm gonna just have that right there, and then let's get back started. I know people have been asking about this for popular demand. Have this backup. Anyway,
Back up, yeah, back that thing up.
No, 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 not back this thing up. I said I have it back up. Okay, have the picture back up. Anyway, get your mind off the gutter. Okay.
Dog
Anyway,
sizzle, dog sizzle, Jesus. Oh God, that's hilarious.
hey, we're trying to keep this PG-13. Okay, keep it PG-13. Okay. Anyway,
Oh Jesus.
what was I saying? What was I saying before? I got confused. Anyway, yes, I'm actually going on the site right now, and I'm trying to do the awards on the Cyborg Spiderman right now. So let's see if it works. And they might have, like I said, they constantly do this Sideshow. They tend to like switch things around all the time, and they sometimes allow you to use the code. Sometimes they allow you to use the damn points. And oh yeah, Big Dog Pound 1, this is your fault. Okay, to see all that right there of freaking Catwoman. That is your fault. Okay, you asked for it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you can actually use reward points, and you can use gift card points on the ToyFair exclusive Spider-Man Cyborg Spider-Man suit. But here's the thing, though, that does not mean, okay, that doesn't mean that it might be the same thing for the armor or the neon tech, but it does work on the Spider-Man ToyFair Cyborg Spider-Man suit. So just letting y'all know.
Mm-hmm.
So it does work. But Hot Toys Sideshow has done this before, where they have posted figures, from Toy Fair exclusive pre-orders, and they did not allow you to use award points or coupons. Hell, the IG-11 is still, you're not able to use your freaking reward codes on it. Discount codes on it. $25 discount codes. You still can't use it. What's up?
Yeah, so the 1/3 statue of this is $4,100.
What?
Yeah, just like I said, the one of her standing is $2,500. So again, $1,600 for the bat pod. That makes sense. So.
Well, with the way they did this figure, I guess it's 4,100. Like,
again, you're paying for likeness rights, as well with this. Absolutely.
How many people are just gonna have this figure posed up and is not? It's it's all from from the back. They're gonna have it displayed from the back. They don't care about the front. They just have it displayed from the back. And I'm here like, y'all out of your damn minds. Y'all out of your damn minds. You're doing that. God. Um. Let's see. I use rewards for IG11. Yeah, you can use the rewards on IG11, but the coupons. IG has been off coupon codes since February. Seems like available stock for normal releases is what triggers allowing coupons or not. Nope, that I think with the certain stocks that they have, I think when it hits a certain when it hits if the pre-orders hit the blue screen and they sell out, at that point Sideshow just switches up the game and does not allow codes on figures that are still on pre-order at that point until it hits stock. Until it says it gets added in stock, then they'll probably allow codes then.
Yeah.
But then here's the thing, though. It's still on pre-order, right? The IG11 is still on pre-order, right? But then people are still receiving them. I think there's small batches that are getting
micro
picked
batches.
Up. Micro batches, yeah.
IG11 and specifically the Scout, they're being Sideshow is being sent micro batches. So for a while, they're actually every figure they get in. At this point, it doesn't matter if they were originally allotted for Sideshow or for some of their customers as distributors. They're taking every single order and they're fulfilling orders placed on Sideshow first before they're sending anything, to retailers, comic shops, local ones. Again, it's to that point. Every single figure they're getting now, they're fulfilling their own orders before filling, distributor, retailer orders. So it's that bad right now.
Yeah, it's gonna get wild, man. The IG11 guys, if you guys have not picked it up yet or haven't pre-ordered it,
Oh, it's glorious.
Don't wait till it hits in stock. Just pre-order it. Don't wait till it's because I know some people are waiting till it hits in stock so they throw in a coupon. At this point, just use your points. Don't be in that situation where it sells out on you and then you're like, damn it, now I gotta hunt for a $500 figure.
Oh, I mean, it's a big figure. It's imposing. I love it. I mean, and just the way that his head lights up with the red LED, and that's separate from, his thermal detonator destruction chest piece. I love it. It's really great. It's a beautiful droid.
Let's see, Nate, how many crispy socks do you have in your room from staring at your figures? Well, that's for another stream and another time, Django Fett.
Oh,
and
Django.
Also, wait a minute.
It's Django.
It's Django. Him. It is Django. Yes, Django Fett. One of the bounty hunters have been hunting the channel, so welcome to the stream, Django Fett. But anyway, what was I going to say before Django Fett hit me up? Yes, what I wanted to talk about. I'm sorry, I'm being so distracted today, especially what's going on in this freaking picture here. So as far as the ToyFair exclusives, what I've been hearing, and a lot of people have been pointing this out a lot, right? We are getting either 3 or double that, 6 figures coming out during the ToyFair, ToyFair Con or the showcase, summer showcase. There you go. It's called the summer showcase from Hottoys. And let me see. I'm gonna have to cancel on this picture. I do apologize. I know everybody loves this damn freaking picture, but I'm gonna need to pull out the pictures I had for ToyFair showcase. So say goodbye, everybody. It was good to have you, Catwoman 1/3 Queen Studios. It was good to have you. $4,100. $4,100. God, wow. Okay, guys. Hopefully this is the picture. Yes, cool. Hottoys ToyFair. All right, so these are the exclusives on the left side, and then the special editions for pre-orders on the right. So now we already know the 3. right? We've got the Cyborg Spider-Man. We got the Neon Tech Mark 50, and then the third one is the Armor. The fourth one, do you think the fourth one is going to be the Cyborg?
I think they're just going to go with their three, and then everything else is going to be, through their Sideshow Con, or because Hot Toys was it like the summer showcase, so they're potentially going to label that as something completely different. Because again, in all their ads, they're potentially talking about their summer showcase. So I think honestly, what we've seen specifically for Toy Fair is what we've seen. Now everything else is going to be under a different label, a different show, convention. But again, they're only going to do, I think, 3 Toy Fairs this year. So
Yeah, yeah. So only 3 Toy Fairs this year. Okay, that could possibly be it because I think the 2016 Toy Fair we only had three. So, and I think the 2016 Toy Fair we had three, and oh no, 15 because that was okay. Okay, so since 16 we had the Stormtrooper. We had okay, so it had to be 1 year
that's
we had
Disco.
one.
Yeah, that's Iron Man Disco.
Yeah, 1 year we did have only 3 Toy Fairs. So 2021 will probably be if they make the Cyborg a Toy Fair exclusive, it will probably fit the fourth case. But the reason why I say that, with the rumors coming out that we are going to get either 6 more or 3 more figures with the Toy Fair because on the right side there's these pre-order figures that were put out that were not part of the Toy Fair line, but they're more of the revealed figures during the Toy Fair exclusives. Like they're not Toy Fair, but they were revealed during Toy Fair. So last year we got the Cable, we got um, the training Iron Man, we have the Anakin, Clone Wars Anakin, and then we had the Wonder Woman from her own solo, Wonder Woman 1984. Yeah, Wonder Woman 1984. Um, looking at what we have, and then looking at the rumors that we've been hearing already, the Mark One quite
Mm-hmm.
possibly will be part of this line of figures on the right side. Will be the Mark One. Hopefully, the Mark One diecast that we all been hoping for. I'm honestly hoping for something in the line of the Mark Five, the Mark Five transformation suit. Like if they can pretty much put that out for the Mark One, where the actual Mark Five
Mm-hmm.
Tony Stark can get not Mark Five, Tony Stark in his before he went into the Mark One diecast or the Mark One Iron Man. That'd be great. A 2-pack, that'd be freaking awesome, honestly.
Yeah, basically like a diorama DX.
Yes.
You know, instead of Ahsoka.
Yeah, I would definitely love that. So Mark One, possibly. A lot of people are saying Mark One. Surprisingly, I remember Jetta mentioning this in our last stream, where he joined and he did talk about that the Wayne picture, the Wayne picture was actually a clue to a not Spider-Man, but a Batman video game figure, and a lot of people are saying
Mm-hmm.
that it could be freaking Mister Freeze. That'd be freaking
Exactly.
awesome. A
Put
video
a
game
like I
figure of
said,
Mister Freeze.
and put a Schwarzenegger head on that to go with the upcoming Batman and Robin. You know, grab that because that's honestly the closest thing you'll get to the Schwarzenegger Mister Freeze suit. So
Dude, that'd be freaking beautiful, man. A freaking video game figure. I don't want another video game figure of Batman. We got already so many already. I want some villains. Throw me the video game version of Mister Freeze. That'd be freaking gorgeous, bro. That would be gorgeous.
yeah, yeah. My knowledge is limited, but it's still one of those things. The suit design for Mister Freeze it's pretty cool, and that would actually translate really nice into a figure. So
And then, so I'm guessing that if Cyborg is not part of the Toy Fair exclusives, Cyborg will be part of it. I'm guessing that they didn't want to make Cyborg into a ToyFair exclusive because they couldn't put it out that quickly. So they're going to put it in with the right side group, where they're going to be with the Mark One. Will there be time for them to work on it? We won't see this figure to 2023, beginning of 2023, probably first quarter
at earliest.
At the early, maybe at the end of 2022. But the problem is, Hot Toys has a lot of stuff to put out, and I feel that we are going to hit the point where they're going to have a whole lot of figures being delayed. I feel that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, especially figures that have a head sculpt. If they don't have a head sculpt, like the Clone Troopers or anything generic, I don't necessarily think if it's delayed, those figures will have a big delay. But if they have a head sculpt, I do think those will see longer than average delays.
Yeah, you can tell that they're putting out a lot more of the figures that don't have a lot of head sculpt work. They're putting out those out first before they actually put out the head sculpts. But rumors are that we are looking to see either Mysterio this month or Thor Endgame. I see Mysterio first, then Thor. But hey, they probably did finish up with Thor, on time. So they not on time, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But they will push out Thor first and then Mysterio. Hell, they could even put out both of them. I've seen there's been times where Hot Toys just put out two releases at the same time. It has been done before.
Exactly. Now, I'll be honest. If anything, I'd put my money on potentially Mysterio releasing first, just for the fact the drones have already released. I could potentially see Mysterio dropping one Friday and then, Bro Thor, Fat Thor dropping the next Friday. So there's at least a little bit of a gap period.
And then let's see, what would be the other figure? What was the other figure that was rumored? I'm trying to. Maybe another Star Wars. Maybe another Star Wars.
It was that like suit figure. It was like that thing that suit, the degradation, because that definitely couldn't have been Cyborg. It was like that material that was like dissolving.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Yes. I remember that.
So,
I think that was Cyborg. That someone actually put that together with another picture. I can't remember what it was, but that picture actually ended up being something else. But I think it did end up being Cyborg. But either way, we are seeing a Cyborg. I think that will be part of. But there's six figures. People have been saying there'll be 6 figures, and I'm here like, what other figures would they be putting out for this year's ToyFair showcase?
All right, now what other major movies are potentially seeing a 20th anniversary or 25th anniversary? Besides, besides the big
Revenge of the Sith figures. Oh no, Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones. Yeah, Attack of the Clones can see something. Like there's rumors that was spreading from Dante from Hand of Hot Collectibles. He says that there was supposed to be a Padme coming out. I could see Padme on this line. I could definitely see it.
Exactly. And again, what other movies from 2001, 2002 do you think they potentially would do? And again, I'm just spitballing here.
Maybe some droids. That'd be nice. That'd be some battle droids for Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, like again, T2 is the 30th next year.
Ooh, so T2! I forgot about that.
Yeah, release the T2 endoskeleton, the original. Both, or potentially, do a full Terminator re-release with the, the different versions, the Tech Noir from T1, then re-release the T1000, the different versions of the T800 from T2, the normal version, the battle damage, like the DX, re-release, do all that. Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, the Predator has a 35 next year. 35th anniversary for the Predator. Oh my god, I just thought about that.
Well, there is a new Predator movie coming out, and Disney owns Predator now. So,
Yeah, they did win the well they held off the copyright issue, right?
As far as the legal proceedings go, Disney has full authority to continue filming.
Wow. So there's some figure lines there they can really work on. Hell, I've been hearing there could be another Iron Man coming out too. There could be another Iron Man figure
I mean,
coming
and I'll
out.
be honest,
So
if
I
they're
wouldn't be
gonna do another Iron
surprised.
Man, potentially, again, might be the Mark 80, which is the Disneyland Avengers Campus Disney Cruise Lines version. Because I don't have any doubt that they'll do the Spider-Man suit that's specific to the Avengers Campus and the Disney Cruise Lines. Again, because Iron Man and Spider-Man, they have specific suits that are still that still fit in with the MCU timeline, but they are specific to Disney again properties and cruise lines. So,
Yeah, I've been hearing there's gonna be another Iron Man, guys. So be
so again, it
prepared.
might be with the Mark 80 for all we
Hell,
know.
they might pull another Mark 42 and give us another freaking quarter scale. You never know. You never know. I'm just saying, just be prepared, guys. There might be another Iron Man coming in. So, unfortunately, hot Iron Man's is money over there for Hot Toys. So people will buy these up, no problem at all. They
And
will
again,
put
yeah,
yeah, I spoke to a lot of my friends that are there at HK, and they've told me that yeah, these pre-orders are wild for these Iron Mans. So it makes sense they'll be putting out more Iron Mans, and then, rather than putting other figures that we would like to see. Like I would like to see a Wall. I would like to see uh Korg Meek. I would love these
yeah.
other figures, but they, it's they're gonna put out more Iron Mans. Hell, one year, 2018. Look at 2018. We got three Iron Man figures for 2018. Four Iron Man figures for 2018. We got the one ToyFair, the original blue, and then the other figure that were shown for ToyFair. I think that's the Mark 50. And then we got no, yeah, that is the Mark 50. And then we got the War Machine Mark 4. And then we got the is that the quarter scale?
No, that's the Mark 7.
The Mark 7. Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah. Iron Man is still a big seller, and they're not going to abandon that until it starts drying up. They're going to keep sucking at that money hole until it dries up. I mean,
Do
it's just
some
business wise.
do something else. I wish, man. I wish Hot Toys can slow down with the Iron Man because we got enough Iron Mans. I think we got enough Iron Man. I think they should work on other characters that
Yeah,
need a figure.
but
Especially if
again,
you're gonna do another Marvel
um,
figure, just do another one. That you haven't done yet.
I mean, and here's the thing, and we've actually and it's been done before. Hot Toys has specifically done reissues of Iron Man figures. Specifically the most recent one was a couple years ago. They reissued the plastic Mark 6 specifically for the Hot Toys store that is right outside Disneyland in I think Shanghai. And then Sideshow was able to buy a few of those from one of the batches. So yes, Hot Toys will specifically make figures just for Disney stores. They've done it in the past. So that's why I think, again, the Mark 80 and potentially the new, again, Spider-Man Disney suit are potentially in play. Because they're supposed to fit inside the MCU timeline.
Oh man. Oh man. Wait. Sorry. Hostile Cost Party Protocol diecast. Yes. And then also Blackbird Tech marks his party inbound before the end of the year. Hey, I've been hearing talks about the Mark 6, people. So be prepared. I've been hearing
Yeah,
talks about that too. I've been
again,
hearing
if
talks.
I'll be honest, if they do any of the House Party Protocol suits and diecast, I think the most logical for the first one potentially would be the Silver Centaurian for a diecast House Party Protocol.
You know what's hilarious? People are saying, there will always be another Iron Man. Hot Toys has made it pretty much a mission that when there's no new Iron Man figure coming out, They're just gonna go back and reissue old ones.
And here's the thing. And again, we're not spoiling anything that hasn't already been revealed through the toys. Look at some of the Funko Pops for the Tom Holland Spider-Man. He's got friggin' arc reactors all over him. Not the Iron Spider suit, but in the merged one that looks like the cross between the advanced tech suit and the Iron Spider. He has arc reactors over him. So again, he's literally going to be a semi-Iron Man at one point in this movie. So Iron Man is going to live on in one form or another until, again, Hot Toys can no longer make money from it. So.
All right, guys, we're 7:30, so we got 30 minutes left. I will like to make this segment here where we talk about some spoiler stuff from the Black Widow movie. And then talk about, the figures that are coming out for that, especially Taskmaster. So if you guys have time,
okay,
this is your chance to, unfortunately, leave if you guys don't want to hear spoilers. Because we are going to delve, not too heavily in spoilers, but because of the figures we have at the moment, we might talk about spoilers about those figures. So, because of the film. So I'm just letting y'all know. Let's see.
Yeah, alert one.
Yeah, this is alert 1. Okay, so Fad Gadget saying, if we name or suggest every character, we will eventually hit a home run. Eventually, especially with Iron Man's. So eventually we'll hit.
Yeah, that's just the law of statistical averages and probability.
Yes. Eventually we will. So while we are, talking about spoilers, I do want to bring back an old friend. To keep us company while we're talking about the Black Widow spoilers. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, as far as
that's Widow, literally half the we're not. Well, this potentially might be a movie, but this shot is literally 25% of the movie from a female director.
This is 25% spoilers of the Black Widow
movie. Yeah, right, literally 25% of this movie is this exact shot from different perspectives of different characters.
All right, so they did Taskmaster dirty in this movie. I'll tell you that right now. They did Taskmaster dirty in this movie, not because I don't mind the twist. I don't mind the character development for Taskmaster, but it wasn't Taskmaster. It wasn't Taskmaster. If you were a
Taskmaster was basically Windows 98.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'll just say this: like when the one of the Black Widows actually inserted that USB drive into the back of the helmet, almost looked like it was going into the neck. I'm gonna be honest. I thought they were trying to go on homage of the Matrix, where it's I know kung fu and kind of going to that thing. She can instantly learn anything and adapt. So.
And yes, yeah. Taskmaster was gender swapped in this movie. I don't mind the gender swap. I
think it was smart. It was one of those things.
Yes.
It's a named character that has been going on at least 8 years. But at the same time, if you've seen the movie, Taskmaster was technically the first cyborg that Hot Toys announced for pre-order. So.
Exactly. I don't mind the gender swap for Taskmaster, but keep the same character. It wasn't Taskmaster. Taskmaster in this movie did not do anything that was Taskmaster. It was just in name. And that was my problem. It was kind of like what they did with the Mandarin from Iron Man 3. And a lot of people hate Iron Man 3 because of the freaking Mandarin character. How the twist ruined the character, ruined the story for them. That's kind of what happened with Taskmaster. They held it toward. The good thing is they held the twist towards the end of the movie for Taskmaster. So at that point, if you were already on board with the movie, or you pretty much you just hated the third act because most of the movie was okay. Though I enjoyed the movie for what it was. It was a fun movie, but the third act really did not sell me Taskmaster. I'm wow, you guys could have done so much more with Taskmaster. And then you got figures coming out for this freaking movie for Taskmaster. No one's going to buy Taskmaster now after what happened.
Yeah, and it'll be one of those things. The fact that she needs a microchip in the back of her neck to operate, and the fact they've already established through the suicide protocol that Dreykov can order a Red Widow to basically supercharge, her wrist gauntlet to kill herself. At what point was Black Widow not going to be like charging up her wrist gauntlet just to like deactivate the chip in the back of the neck? You know, it's
You know what's funny? I found a hilarious way. The reason why I might pick up Taskmaster is because if they release the Red Guardian, Hot Toys, if you're listening, if you want me to get the Taskmaster, release the Red Guardian because I want the Red Guardian versus Taskmaster. I'm just telling you that right now. I probably will not pick up Taskmaster if you don't release the Red Guardian. Hell, I'm not even going to pick up the line if you don't release the Red Guardian. Okay? So,
I'll just say this. Can I just say this? People are already either converting their Infinity War Black Widow or they're buying Infinity War Black Widow on the cheap to transform that into the snowsuit Elena figure. The last name of the actress is Florence Pugh, I think her name is. People are already converting that. So it's one of those things like this might be a loss for them on this line. So
I will say this though. Okay, Yelena, she did a fantastic job. Like I can't wait to see her becoming the next Black Widow. They're setting her up to be the next Black Widow for the next phase. So I'm fine with that. She's awesome. I loved her. She was freaking.
Oh, she's badass. She's badass. She'll tell you like it is. She's no holds bar. I mean, and she's a looker. Let's not forget that fact. But I honestly, she's for the next Black Widow or the character that carry that character type. Good choice.
Now and one of the things I hated about the movie. Okay, Red Guardian had this running joke, but he actually believed it. He actually believed he fought Captain America, and he probably did a version of it. But he still believed he fought Captain. He even was asking Black Widow, "Does Captain America talk about me?" What you mean? Because I fought him. Does he talk about me? I'm like, here's the thing. I wish this would have sold the deal that he actually fought Captain America when he went on against with Taskmaster, right? And then he started realizing, wait a minute, are you Captain America? No, it can't be. Because you're fighting like Captain America. That would have been perfect to seal the deal.
What? We don't know when he was actually born and when he was actually given the serum. So what if he actually fought Isaiah Bradley?
That's what I was thinking too. That he probably fought him, or he fought Winter Soldier at one point. Before Winter Soldier became his Russian look they had with the Red Star.
Okay, potentially, yeah, but I'm thinking potentially it's Isaiah. I mean, yeah. So
no, yeah, it could be Isaiah. It could be Isaiah as well. He doesn't remember. Maybe he fought Captain America, as Isaiah, and then he lost it. But here's the thing, though: the age doesn't make sense, though. If they do set it up where Red Guardian did fight Isaiah at one point, the age doesn't make sense at that point because I think Isaiah at the time was actually running from the United States at that point.
Unless they're gonna put in that there was like a proto Captain America under a different surname or something in the 70s that was so classified that it's not even been acknowledged yet, which again is a potential possibility.
Yeah, but it would have been so cool if Red Guardian faced off against Taskmaster and he was like, wait a minute, why are you fighting like Captain America? He's at least mentioned that as he's like getting beat the hell up. He's like, why are you so familiar fighting? I think it would have been pretty cool. Like, because Taskmaster, has copied all these freaking moves from different Marvel characters. It would have been cool, Red Guardian, because he's talking about fighting Captain America, his running joke throughout the movie. And then he just realizes that, oh, Taskmaster, you're fighting like freaking Captain America. Are you Captain America? Don't you
Yeah,
remember me?
and the guy who was like he's doing all the the contests with the
The arm wrestling
the wrestling
contest. Yeah.
contest, and he's like, Captain America was not even alive. He was not even out of the ice, and then he snaps the guy. He basically gives him a compound fracture and snaps his bone out of his freaking wrist.
Do you calling me a liar?
Yes.
But the one thing that would have been cool. Um, Now I love the idea of bringing in Val, as the end credit scene. But this is why I would have preferred for Val at the end of my end credit scene for Black Widow. After the whole carnage, the destruction of the airborne facility or helicarrier facility, whatever Red Room was it. I would have liked it if Val was walking through the damage, the catastrophe that occurred. Black Widow just left behind. Like, damn it! Like, I told the man not to mess with the Avengers, but look what happens. After they have broken up, they are still a pain in my ass. And then she looks over and sees Taskmaster's helmet on the ground, and then he's like, picks it up. Yeah, I can work with this.
Yeah, but I think that might potentially work, but here's the thing. I think Thunderbolt Ross has the Taskmaster helmet now because I think ultimately Natasha made a deal with Thunderbolt Ross because, again, she stayed for them. Mm-hmm. And 2 weeks later, she's on her own Quinjet. Wink, wink. And the guy, and her friend in the arms agent is like, hey, give me time. I can do anything. There's no way that guy's getting a freaking, latest generation Quinjet without somebody on the inside helping. And basically, like, a deal was made between Ross and Natasha to kind of watch Evans. Now, obviously, her breaking into the raft probably wasn't part of that deal. But I ultimately think Ross still has the Taskmaster helmet. And I think Yelena's working for him. And he'll make his own sub-team called the Thunderbolts, just like the comics. And that's what and Yelena's basically acting like Nick Fury recruiting her own Dark Avengers team. And again, to mimic the comics, Valentina was once Nick Fury's lover and a former S.H.I.E.L.D. recruitment agent, as well as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. So it's lining up with the comics.
Yeah, I think Taskmaster will be back, but with a different
like a S.H.I.E.L.D., not a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent,
character, yeah.
But a sword agent.
A sword agent, yeah. Because everything is on the freaking helmet now. So they can
here's
go
the thing.
back
if you want me to be honest, what if Ghost turns into the new Taskmaster? Ghost from Ant-Man 2.
I'm not sure they'll do that. It's very rare that so far in the MCU, they will combine multiple characters they've already made into two characters.
Well, they've already screwed up Taskmaster from, the comics. So, but again, if they do it with her, at least it's the comic, it's a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. She's already been confirmed as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. So...
Yeah, I don't see that happen. I don't see that happening because they probably want to keep Ghost, in the Ant-Man shows or movie or whatever they're working on, and then they're probably going to make a brand new character for Taskmaster.
Oh yeah, we'll jump into that real quick. So again, for Loki, if anyone was looking at the references, anyone catch the giant Yellow Jacket helmet? That was the same size as when Ant-Man enlarges himself. I just think that nicely corresponds to the script that was leaked from Ant-Man 3 that has Yellow Jacket returning. Specifically, Darren Cross and that actor. He's coming back. So.
Hey, Thrawn, how you doing? We are talking about spoilers now about Black Widow, so just letting you all know. Yes, we are out of our damn minds. Yes, we are. And I wanted something very nice, to look at for the fans, for the viewers.
We gotta take and view our assets.
Assets, but anyway, back to Black Widow. The one thing I think I would have liked, like they could have kept all the characters and probably pretty much the same theme, but about family or whatever. But why couldn't they just go and just give us the Budapest movie? They could have given us the Budapest movie. Like like the way Black Widow was explaining Budapest, it felt like the Escape from New York, but for Budapest. Like the Die Hard, but not in a building, but in a whole city scenario. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. I mean, they could have done a lot with that, but then also on the flip of that, I really like how they reference back, especially to Avengers with Loki in 2012 when he's talking about, Dracov's daughter, her ledger is dripping with red. Taskmaster actually was somebody who's been mentioned for at least the last 8-9 years in the MCU. So I do like the fact they try to make it kind of like as in a back established character. You just didn't expect it. So I give them props for trying that because that was completely unexpected, but kind of, I like that it was already a mentioned character that nobody in a million years thought was coming. Because again, I thought it was either going to be a guy or some like a woman who was actually running the Red Room, not Dracov's daughter.
Yeah, a lot of people are like the masses are saying they didn't like the way they did Taskmaster, and I agree. Like you could have gender swapped Taskmaster all you want. I'm fine with that. The problem is it wasn't Taskmaster. They didn't have the mannerisms. They didn't do anything that was freaking Taskmaster.
Yeah,
You know?
if it was still, Dracov's daughter, but she went through the full training. She didn't have the microchip, and her helmet was literally just to help her, not basically because at that point she literally is a cyborg. She has a microchip, which means that helmet interlinks with the microchip and is probably enhancing her nerves or like pre-coordinating her body movements to do things. Again, Taskmaster has photoreflective memory, meaning once he sees something, it is literally burned into his brain and he never forgets it. That is Taskmaster. If they did something because of the bombing and she somehow gained abilities, that legitimately would have been Taskmaster and that would have been okay. But the fact she's basically like a Terminator that runs on OS in her helmet, again, it's poser Taskmaster.
Yeah, I was not a big fan of what they did with Taskmaster. And honestly, I wasn't a big fan of the whole mind manipulation. I think it would have been better if it was more psychological than an actual,
Like the chemical mind control.
yeah, I would have preferred an actual psychological mind control
But
versus
the
a
thing is,
chemical.
I think they were going for the fact of like saying like chemical and drug mind control, kind of again for more relevant real world things like MK Ultra. That is an actual like chemical mind control program the CIA did that has been confirmed to actually happen. I don't know if anyone like Whitey Bulger. He used to run the Boston Irish Mafia, all that stuff. When he was at Alcatraz, the CIA gave him daily doses of LSD under the MK Ultra mind control program. So that stuff really did happen. So it seems like they tried to establish the Red Room in the basis of past historical things that have really happened in the fact of like training mind control soldiers or assets that work under mind control and are completely dictated in their triggers and code words for activation. Like that stuff has really happened in the past, and they were trying at least somewhat to establish it at least in a grounded reality.
Yeah, I think the newest Black Ops game that came out about a year ago, they in the story they do utilize that kind of mind control with different codes and different scenes to trigger these moments to bring back certain memories on certain characters. They did bring that out. Ronald Reagan was pushing for that. Those of you that don't like Daddy Reagan, yeah, he was pushing for that. He was pushing for that.
Yeah, I mean, like the mind control, MK Ultra, and all that stuff started in like the 50s and 60s. I mean, this stuff's been going on again for at least 50, 60 years. Both sides are doing it. Psychological, drug manipulation, manipulation through, again, psychological stresses, triggers. Again, a lot of what, they were showing in the movie for the Red Room, how they screw with people, a lot of that, again, is based in stuff that has happened in the past, that has been confirmed to have happened through declassified release documents. So,
You know what's funny though? Like OG fan right here was saying, Winter Soldier was all about mind control. If you look at if you look back, you watch the movie step by step with Black Widow, it is literally bargain bin Winter Soldier, Captain America movie.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and I've been saying for a long, long time. This was basically going to be the Winter Soldier, but for Black Widow. She's going to go in and destroy the Red Room. Now, my hypothesis was the Red Room was still infiltrated and influenced by Hydra. And it still might because of Valentina. But again, it was still one of those things. It was still her mission to go in and destroy the infrastructure she was raised from, just like Captain America. They just could have done it a hell of a lot better.
But those are our thoughts with the Black Widow movie. I give it like a 5 out of 10 with 3.5 wet buzz. It was a fun movie. I had fun with it. My problem was certain decisions they made. I love the characters though. The characters were awesome. Like the characters were pretty cool. My only problem was they ruined Taskmaster, and then it was just too much step by step like what they did with Winter Soldier. I'm like, it's the same movie, just with with these characters I do like. It was fun. Like I had fun with it. But is it enough for me to get these figures, get this line? No. It's not enough for me to get the Black Widow or the Taskmaster. I really would like it if they come out with the Red Guardian, and then it will push me to get the Taskmaster. But now I'm not going to get the line because I didn't enjoy it enough to get the line, unfortunately.
Yeah, Taskmaster was an essential letdown. Again, like I said before, her helmet was basically controlling her. She's a cyborg. She runs on like Microsoft iOS or Apple iOS, whatever the system is. And basically, the microchip in the helmet basically pre-programs and dictates what her body does, and that was already established because of the research essentially with the pigs, where they essentially hijacked the central nervous system in the brain, where it's remote controllable. So. No, better than Iron Man 3? No, absolutely not. At least Iron Man 3 had a coherent plot structure. You might not like the Mandarin spinoff, but storytelling-wise, Iron Man 3 is heads and shoulders above Black Widow.
Yeah, I loved Iron Man 3. The only thing I understand why people hate it is because of the Mandarin twist. Like, I understand that. That was stupid. I'll admit to that.
But
like,
they rectified that, though. They rectified that,
yes.
though, with the one-shot with Ben Kingsley, where the actual Mandarin sent his people out and they kidnapped Ben Kingsley. So there's a chance we might see Ben Kingsley in the Ten Rings movie. Basically either working for or dead at the hands of the actual Mandarin in the Ten Rings. But Marvel did address that and they rectified it. But it's not counted as a retcon. It's basically counted as, like an update in the canon.
If Red Guardian does come out, will he have his shield? The only problem, if they put out the shield, it will either be the reminiscent of the Red Guardian shield that we see in his action figure in the actual movie, or if we do get a shield, it's going to be the Taskmaster shield because he had the Taskmaster shield before throwing it over to save his girlfriend. And
he also threw it through the chopper window.
Yeah, that's what I mean, to save his girlfriend. I forgot her name.
Okay.
I forgot her name. So we lost the shield for Taskmaster. So if they do release a scene, it'll be pretty cool if they release both shields for Red Guardian. I wouldn't mind them with both shields. But honestly, if we're going to get one shield, it's probably going to be Taskmaster's shield. But if they do anything that's reminiscent to the actual figure itself in the movie,
I'll just say this. There might have been not from the end credit scene, but in the actual credits. When they're doing the normal titles, but then they put stuff in the background. there was an actual specific piece of text that from General Ross, which I guess was a sub-variant to the Sokovia Accords, the Enhanced Humans, like the Enhanced Humans Act, not a registration act, but an act that essentially gave the U.S. government and specifically Thunderbolt Ross as the Secretary of Defense or Secretary of State the ability to deal with enhanced humans as he saw fit. And again, this was in the credits, one of those hidden things in Black Widow. So essentially, again, there was a subvariant law in the Sokovia Accords that gives Thunderbolt Ross the ability to make his own team as he sees fit. So
Yeah. This just goes to show for us collectors, like, we don't have to pre-order a figure just yet until we actually see the movie. Sometimes Hot Toys will put out figures actually before the movie ever comes out, but with certain figures being that it doesn't have certain accessories. In, like, I know people did pre-order the black suit Spider-Man, Night Monkey, before the movie came out, right? And when they finally saw the movie, they were disappointed with the Night Monkey suit, and they try to cancel their Spider-Man figures. Now, if you did order from Sideshow during the time, they did not accept the NRDs, so you can literally pre-order for free. But if you were somebody else that could not have that option, where you couldn't get your NRD back, kick rocks then at that point, because you won't get your NRD for canceling a figure that you didn't like in the movie. So that's unfortunate. And there's some people out there that did put their NRDs on the Taskmaster, and they saw the movie and they were like, God damn, what did you do to my boy? They massacred my boy. And I hate that, because I'm like, damn it. I like Taskmaster, but we don't get enough. The figure itself, I like the figure, but I don't like the movie Taskmaster that figure represents. Exactly. And I'm here like, we don't get enough villains though. So I'm conflicted here. I am definitely conflicted.
Yeah. Now I just want to touch on something from Doc Smizzle. Now, yeah, the whole, like, you were selected for, like, when Black Widow was told she was taken from her mother, she wasn't abandoned. It was because of her genetic selection. I'm gonna come out right and say I don't think that actually has anything to do with mutants. Again, because especially in the Soviet Union, Russia, they did do weird programs, especially with kids. They did actually do stuff like they'd look at genetic profiles and assess potential based on certain things. If they later say that has something to do with mutants, I would not be surprised at all. But from, again, this perspective of a secret Soviet era Russian organization, again, our own government has done crap like that too. I think that's more of a callback to the Cold War and even stuff to today. These agencies, these secret, they'll do crap like that. They do crap like that today. So I don't necessarily know if that's a callback to mutants or more of just the Cold War and all the nasty crap and lack for humanity that occurred during that period. So,
but all right, guys, 2 minutes in, 2 minutes before we end the stream. I know we got to end this magnificence here, but those who want to know about this magnificence that we have before us, it is the one of the Queenland. Oh crap! Am I still here? Hello? Am I still here?
Yep. You're here.
Okay. I think the internet just cut off from me, but I don't know. I think I'm good. So this is the Queenland Queen Studios 1/6 scale. Sorry, every time I look at this figure, it's magnificent. The Catwoman, and it looks freaking great. It's a statue though. That's the thing. So it looks freaking great. I'm hoping that I'm hoping Hot Toys can capitalize on some of the Dark Knight stuff eventually. But this is like a $4,100 figure.
The 1/3 is not the 1/6. The 1/3 is the 1/3 is $4,100. And then the statue of her just standing up at 1/3 is $2,500.
But how much is this one right here?
If I had to guess, probably 450, 500, based again on the 1/3 scale items. I don't
Hmm.
know the actual price.
Uh, uh, yeah, it doesn't say anything about the pricing here. I thought someone commented that this was 4100, but still, this thing is freaking fantastic. But anyway, let's pretty much end the stream, guys. I do enjoy to everyone. Uh, oh wait, no price for it yet. Wow. Okay, so we'll probably see in the near
Oh, it's going to
future.
be revealed tomorrow for price.
Oh
Or
my
later this
god,
evening.
that's gonna be wild. But all right, guys, it was a lot of fun talking. Thank you for those of you who
Yep.
did want to stay with us talking about the Black Widow. Was just advising y'all that hey, I'm not gonna pick up the Taskmaster unless we do get the Red Guardian. If we get the Red Guardian, then I might consider getting Taskmaster. But I am gonna get the freaking Red Guardian though.
I'll be honest with you. The only figure I would potentially pick up is Elena. And again, is that her right now? Florence Pugh. Because
Yelena, Yelena.
yeah, I think she would be a great side piece to Black Widow, and it fits my role because technically it takes place during the Infinity Saga. She's the only figure I would potentially grab. Again, Black Red Guardian. I think he was great comic relief. But again, if I'm going to drop a figure for him, I want to see him do more. Taskmaster is a complete letdown. I am not grabbing that at all. Even if Red Guardian comes out, it's just I know it would be great for a custom 1/6 military figure, but at that point, I'll just wait for another company to copy the mass design and put it out with a general kit, or another military figure. So,
All right, guys. As always, we might be popping up Wednesday for a stream, regular time, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We'd love to see you guys there if you guys are available. And always, remember, we're just simple collectors trying to make our way in this Hot Toys galaxy / universe.
thanks, folks. Have a good evening, good
And
morning, or good day.
and good morning, good day, and may the weapons be with you always.
Exactly.